The swish pattern. One of the earliest techniques or patterns from NLP is called the swish pattern. It was originally taught as a quick phobia cure. The theory breaks down like this. You see or hear something, or something suddenly shows up in your vicinity and you perceive it through your senses. Then you automatically have a negative reaction, fear or disgust or aversion of some kind. The swish pattern intends to break apart that automatic reaction, the appearance of the thing, and then the automatic negative emotions. The way it works is very basic. First, you create a mental image of the thing that you dislike, and we'll imagine that mental image is over here. First, you imagine it very, very far away and not as powerful. The trick is to imagine the picture of the thing, but without the negative emotions that it creates. And you do that by making the picture very, very small and very, very far away. Then, while the picture is still small and far away, you imagine another picture over here. And this picture you purposely choose to give you positive emotions and feelings, something appropriate like laughter or a sense of comfort and safety. Then you practice by starting with the bad picture over here, but before it gets too big and close and scary, you automatically bring up the positive strong picture over here. And while the negative small picture is over here, you purposely bring the positive picture closer and closer and purposely build up the strong emotions associated with this picture. Essentially, this is a mental image-based process to train in a better response to this image over here. This does take a few times to build up. You're essentially building in a deliberate cause-effect response to the original picture. For example, suppose you're deathly afraid of snakes. So instead of seeing a snake that you know is not poisonous and passing out from fear, you program in another response, like a mix of curiosity and interest and safety. So you start off with a picture of a snake that you imagine is way off in the distance. And before it gets too big, you purposely bring in another picture that is much more positive. In this example, curiosity and interest and safety. This is a very simple and versatile tool. You can take anything that happens out in the world that used to give you a negative response and program in another positive response instead. Before, you saw the picture and felt the negative response. After you practice this a few times, you'll see the negative picture and automatically have a better positive response. Or you can take any situation that you are in, and instead of having a negative resourceful state, you can program in a much more positive resourceful state. Now, this isn't a magic trick, and unfortunately, in many NLP seminars, this is taught as a once and done trick. But the more you practice this, the stronger the new response will be. And you still might need to go through this mentally while you are out experiencing that event for real. For example, suppose you want to get over approach anxiety. So you do the swish pattern a few times at home. You imagine seeing a girl that you'd like to approach. But before the anxiety kicks in, you purposely imagine another picture that makes you feel confident and outgoing, like when you're hanging out with your friends or something. This won't destroy the approach anxiety altogether, but when you are out somewhere in public and you do see a girl you'd like to approach, you can do this process a few times mentally. Look over at the girl, and before you start to feel any anxiety, purposely bring up an image that makes you feel confident and outgoing. And keep that as strong in your mind as you possibly can. And while that confident and outgoing memory is still in your mind, purposely hold on to that feeling while you make your approach. This won't get rid of the nervousness completely, but it will bring it down to a more manageable level. You can even practice this out in public without needing to make any approach. Just go somewhere in public where there are plenty of pretty ladies around. Look in the direction of one and imagine you're about to approach just until you start to feel the faint feelings of anxiety, and then bring up another picture that makes you feel confident and outgoing. If you do this enough times, you'll start to naturally associate an image of a pretty girl with feelings of confidence and feelings of being outgoing. And this is absolutely a skill, which means the more you practice this, the better you'll get. So get out there and practice. To learn more about human nature and how you can thrive, please visit mindpersuasion.com. Check out the links below. And because we make videos almost every day, please subscribe so you can continue to learn more. Let us know what you think in the comments. Thank you for watching.